sports science. Her favorite soccer memory is the friends she has made. Isabel is joined on the field by her mother Becky and her father John. Congratulations, Isabel. Our next senior is number 7, Marie Bowe. Marie, a 5-year varsity soccer player who has played forward. Marie plans to study business at the University of Her favorite soccer memory is being named first team All-Suburban and third team All-State last year. Marie is joined on the field by her mother Shireen, father William Sr., her brother William Jr., and her sister Madison. Congratulations, Marie. Our next senior is number 2, Ashlyn Boyce. Ashlyn is a 3-year varsity soccer player who plays forward. Ashlyn plans to study biology in college. Her favorite soccer memory is scoring goals and pasta parties. Ashlyn is joined on the field by her father, Lissy, and her sister, Taylin and Liliana. Congratulations, Ashlyn. Our next is number 12, Maddie Fenwick. Maddie is a 3-year varsity soccer player who plays defense. Maddie plans to study technology at SUNY Farmingdale. Her favorite soccer memory is pre-game dance circles. Maddie is joined on the field by her mother Amanda, her father Chris, her sister Catherine, and her brother Chris. Congratulations, Maddie. Our next senior is number 11, Madison Hanson. Madison is a first-year varsity soccer who plays forward. Madison plans to study business with a minor in entrepreneurship in college. She will be attending the University of Maryland and will be playing lacrosse as a goalie. Her favorite soccer memory is scoring a goal at the Hall of Fame. Madison is joined on the field by her mother Mary, her father Jay, her sister Christina, and her brother Alex. Congratulations, Madison. Our next senior is number 22, Abby Rudolph. Abby is a 3-year varsity soccer who plays defense. Abby plans to study elementary education in college. Her favorite soccer memory is pre-game bus rides to away games and playing against club teammates from other schools. Abby is joined on the field by her mother Alana and her father Mark. Congratulations, Abby. Our next senior is number 3, Riley Stevenson. Riley is a 3-year varsity soccer player who plays midfield and forward. Riley had played soccer at Buffalo State, where she studied chemistry. Her favorite soccer memory is the win against her junior year. Riley is joined on the field by her mother Shannon and her father Jim.
Okay, they're both up.
Congratulations, Riley. Let's give a big round of applause for the class of 2025 Lady Duck Seniors. After tonight's game, be sure to join us by the soccer tent to congratulate our seniors once again and have some dessert. Enjoy the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening once again, everybody, and welcome to today's GHS Media broadcast featuring girls soccer. It's senior night here at Guilderland High School. Tonight's game features the visiting Albany Lady Falcons facing your Guilderland Lady Dutch. Today is October 15th, 2024. I'm Sean Cunningham, and coming into today's game, the Lady Dutch have a record of 5-2-4. Falcons coming into the game with a record of 1-6-1 on the season. Both teams are looking to snap some winless streaks tonight. So take a look at the weather for tonight's game. It's currently 45 degrees, humidity at 70%. Wind is currently moving west-northwest at 7 miles per hour, and it feels like 38. So a very chilly night here at Guilderland High School. But we are still going to push through and play some soccer here tonight. So for Guilderland coming into this game, they are 0-2-2 in their last 4 games, looking to get back in the win column tonight. As for Albany, they won their first game a few games ago, but now are on a 3-game winless streak themselves with a couple ties in there. As the Lady Dutch get set to go, they are led on the field by several seniors this year, including Ashlyn Boyce, Riley Stevenson, Isabel Blackburn, Maddie Fenwick, Kirsten Barnhart, goalkeeper Isabella Ayers, and Abby Rudolph. And are led by Christine Cochran in her first year as the head coach of the Lady Dutch, opposite the Falcons. 1-6-1, led by goalkeeper Maria Marceau O'Malley and head coach Joshua Binfield. As we get set to go here at Guilderland High School, Ashlyn Boyce staying at midfield with the ball. Players taking their positions here. And Boyce taps it off to Stevenson, and we are underway here at Guilderland High School with the first half of the game. Played along the ground by Blackburn. Advanced over near the sideline. Nearly kicked out of play. Lady Dutch still containing the ball right now as Rudolph kicked it back. All the way near the sideline and out of play, as trailing there was Elsa Lamont. For the Falcons, she will throw it over. And it's thrown back in, kicked away very quickly, though, by the Lady Dutch. Up in the air from Trinity Grant, that goes out of play as Rudolph chasing over. Rudolph now with the throw-in. It's taken here nearly by Burke. Now picked off on the play by Parker Steele. Over now for Maddie Hamilton. Hamilton on the ground. That pass gets intercepted, kicked back. And now the Falcons look to advance forward as Evie Blake was trying to get to the ball there, was quickly kicked away. Boyce able to keep it in near the sideline, able to get it over for Stevenson. And Stevenson leaves it on the ground, continues to move forward. Now it's picked off by Kraus and kicked out of play. Rudolph quick throw in. Burke juggled it a little bit, but now it's back over. A bit of a trailing kick there. It's knocked away further into Guilderland territory as Blake looks to make a move toward the goal. Blake, long pass across, kicked up in the air and out of play from Lamont, and that will set up a goal kick for Guilderland. So Isabella Ayers and the Lady Dutch, again, looking to get back on track here with their game tonight. And Ayers kicks it. Nearly headed away by Stevenson, but it goes over her head. Lady Dutch still managed to pick it up as Hamilton has that one go off an Albany player and out of play. Very long throw in towards Ashlyn Boyce. Albany looking to get it away. The only option there was to kick it out of play with Boyce trailing. Steele now will throw it in. Steele, long throw towards the goal. Out front, Boyce trying to settle it. Still a bit of a battle here as now it's Marie Bogue, the University of Pittsburgh commit. Getting it over, now it's kicked away, and that will roll once again out of play. Out towards Rudolph. Rudolph throws it in. Bogue looking to get to it as Boyce got knocked down the play. Near the center line. Picked up by Fenwick and moved back for Steele. Steele moves it up. Now it's kicked way up. Kicked away by Alina Muhik. Still near the center line. Now it's picked up by Albany. Kicked away. Now Bogue able to get it to Stevenson briefly before another scramble for it at the center line, or near the center line. Now kicked up ahead and into the foot of Bree Perez, who kicks it out of play. Rudolph with the throw-in. It's knocked down quickly by Boyce. A battle there with Burke, another player for Albany, as it's kicked back. Knocked down on the play by Blackburn. Now it's taken by Steele. Steele up ahead. Whistle blows. So the offside will result in a free kick. Knocked off the foot of Stevenson. That will roll out of play and give Albany possession. Kicked up. And it'll be kicked back by Blackburn. Now it's off the foot of Alvarez. Alvarez able to kick it forward, but quickly getting there to knock it down is Stevenson. A nice job. Now it's kicked all the way back to the goalkeeper, Isabella Ayers. Ayers on the ground. That pass gets intercepted by Blake. Now moved ahead. Shot taken, and that one is wide of the cage. And that will once again set up another goal kick. Is a good chance right there for the Falcons early. As we approach the 6-minute mark, gone by. Airs right to Marie Bogue. Deflected away. And once again with it is Blake. Blake missed the pass. Now picked up by Stevenson. Stevenson on the ground over for Hamilton, now for Marie Bogue. Bogue on the ground. Looking towards the net. Bogue still going and still hanging on. A lot of pressure around her, but yet she still managed to get pretty deep into Albany territory. Now she'll look to throw it in. Kirsten Barnhart, now Bogue all the way toward the net. It's caught by the goalkeeper, Marsu O'Malley. Goes over the foot of Stevenson. Now Albany looking to rush forward again, this time with Grace McDaniel and Evie Blake. Moved away, now Stevenson with it. She'll play it to the goal. And it's kicked forward by Ayers. On the ground, Barnhart pursuing along with Perez. Perez near the sideline looking to keep it in. Still there on the sideline. And now finally it goes off of Lamont. And it'll be thrown back in by Rudolph. Rudolph to Boyce. And near the sideline, that goes out of play again. Still Guilderland's ball. Thrown in for Stevenson. Kicked by Rudolph toward the net. Blocked down. Given there to Rosie Madden. Madden will kick it out of play. Rudolph back now for the throw-in. On the ground. Settled by Steele. Forced to move it back now for Boyce. Now near the sideline. Blackburn puts it on the ground for Hamilton. Hamilton looks to advance. Tripped up on the play. And it will roll out of play now. And it will be thrown back in by Blackburn. Blackburn finds Hamilton. Hamilton can't quite keep it in on the turnaround. And now Alvarez for Albany will throw it in. Blocked down and kicked away by the Falcons. Stevenson breaks free to take control of the ball. And off the foot of Rudolph. Now kicked back. Sell on the ground for Fenwick. There's a block. Albany still looking to pursue. It's on the ground for Blake. Over to scoop it up as Ayers. Nearly 10 minutes gone by so far in the first. Albany's still pressuring. Ball can't be settled right now, but Guilderland able to punt it forward. As rushing forward is Boyce. Boyce trying to settle it down. Rushing near the corner. Still fighting for it. Has two players on her as Perez and Ravindranath. And that ball goes off the upright now to play. Now, unfortunately, this isn't the right kind of football. The field goal wouldn't have been good anyway, but it is going to be Albany's ball. And it's Marsu O'Malley with the kick. And that goes over the head of the two number 11s, Hamilton and Blake, and out of play. So they'll give the ball right back to Guilderland. It'll be thrown in by Parker Steele. Over the head of Stevenson. On the ground, Steele goes over to keep it in. Blake looking to settle it. And out of play once again. It'll be taken again by Steele. Steele throws it in. It's knocked down quickly. And once again out of play. Near the line, taken by Hamilton. Knocked away from her, now back to Steele, who will kick it. Headed by Hamilton. Knocked down, and Stevenson got drilled right there by Evie Blake. Gets back up quickly, is okay. And that was a big hit on Stevenson. Or excuse me, that looks like it was Bogue. Now going to kick it over. And now it's Marsu O'Malley. Knocked down by Stevenson. Kicked over to Boyce. Now Bogue battling for it along with Waxman. Now it's kicked over for Hamilton. Hamilton on the ground, battling with a couple players. Now Waxman near the sideline. It'll be thrown back in by Steele. Over the head of Boyce. It's kicked back up. Once again, they're looking to settle it, but once again, no deal. Steele, another throw-in. That goes over the head of Alvarez. Still on the ground. Boyce with a little bit of pressure. That ball goes out of play again. Albany will throw it in this time. Alvarez, the block by Hamilton, now kicked forward nicely and over the head of Blackburn, as Blackburn being pressured right now, has to kick it back. Maddie Fenwick will leave it now for the goalkeeper, Ayers. Now Ayers back to Fenwick. Fenwick on the ground for Blackburn again. Now Blackburn rolls it right back to Maddie Fenwick. Fenwick over for Ayers. Ayers puts it on the ground. Lay Dutch continue to move it. So looking for a good play here as it's kicked nearly out of play, kept in by Boyce. And now it's kicked out by Perez of Albany. So not a lot of clean scoring chances so far. Been pretty even stalemate. As it's kicked forward for Maya Revendraft. That's out of play. And it'll be thrown in by Abby Rudolph. And the ball will roll out of play. And I believe this will set up a corner kick for the Lady Dutch, and yes, it will. So the first one of the game for both sides. As Bogue lines up, now Lady Dutch come charging through. Kicked on goal, and that hits the side of the cage and out of play. So Albany will now get a goal kick. So Maria Marsu O'Malley. So the players looking to get position here. O'Malley with the kick. It's knocked off of Evie Blake and out of play. And whistle right as the throw-in occurred. And substitutions coming in for Guilderland. Ashley Kapuzinski is in, along with Aaron Tynan. Off to the sideline go Steele and Hamilton. That goes off Perez and out of play, so now will be thrown back in. That goes away from Boyce. Perez kicks it away, but Boyce still battling for it along with Blake. Blake able to kick it forward. It'll stay in play as all the way out is Ayers. Now gets it over for Blackburn. Blackburn on the ground. Stevenson back over. Blackburn will kick it up. And not able to keep it in there is Tynan, so it'll be thrown back in by Isabel Alvarez. Knocked down and back out of play, so Alvarez with another throw in here. Thrown in near the sideline. Blackburn lets it roll a bit. Now puts it on the ground. Stevenson over for the goalkeeper Ayers. Out of the cage. And kicked forward, but once again out of play. So Albany will throw it in. Leah Sears battling for it as that one gets kicked away. Abby Rudolph in pursuit. Blake still trying to pressure forward. That goes out of play. Rudolph throws it in. And a whistle. So it'll be Ayers coming all the way out for the free kick. Over the head of Stevenson. Now Bogue battling for it along with Emma Kraus. That one kicked ahead and now kicked way far. Over the head of everyone as Perez was looking to go after it. Now Perez will throw it in. Knocked down on the play. Kept in barely. Now it goes back out of play. Albany once again with the throw in, I believe. Perez faked it. Now throws it back. It was headed up in the air by Rudolph. Now she will throw it back in herself. Just approaching near the halfway point, 21:05 and counting to go here in the first. Still no score between the Falcons and Lady Dutch. Now a chance the other way for Blake. Blake puts it up ahead. Shot on goal. Save made by Ayers. There's a hit at the end of the play, but Ayers able to make the save as Albany threatening to get on the board. Now back the other way. Here comes Bogue. Bogue on a big breakaway. Boyce, how is it up ahead? Here's Boyce, kicked away. And now it's going to be taken by Marsu O'Malley. So two big rushes the other way. One for Albany, one for the Lady Dutch. And both of them not able to convert. I believe there was also a whistle on the play. So they're lining up here for a free kick. They said there was an offside call. And it'll be kicked up, headed forward nicely, and Bogue kicks it forward nicely as well, and now it's taken by Barnhart, stopping up, and kicked back. Rudolph up in the air, that one knocked down. Headed again. Tynan on the ground, still looking to get by. Now Boyce with a shot on goal, that goes wide, and out of play for a goal kick. So now we're starting to see some real pressure being added here from both teams, but Guilderland some good chances in the last couple minutes. It's Marsu O'Malley now with the kick. Still a battle for near the sideline, and it's out of play as Rudolph kicked it out. Perez now with the throw-in. Perez now for Burke. Kicked forward, knocked down by Sears. Stolen by Bogue. Bogue doing a nice job getting three. Here's a nice shot toward the net and in! What a shot by Marie Bogue! It's her 12th goal of the year. She leads the team in that department, and the Guilderland Lady Dutch are on the board first. They lead it 1-0. What a shot by Bogue. The crowd erupting here after that one. Bogue right over the left arm of Marsu O'Malley. And a rousing start to this game. You saw the pressure coming through for the Lady Dutch. They just needed a chance to get a clean shot on net. They got one there from Bogue. And it's a 1-0 game, is now trailing the other way. Grace McDaniel pressure in, knocked over on the play. And she's still down. Looked like she got hit in the leg. It was her left knee that it looks like she's holding on the play. Now we're going to get a stoppage here with 18:24 to go. McDaniel still down on the play. It's being looked at by some of the Falcons on the field. And McDaniel being helped up has put in some minimal weight on that left leg.
Yeah, because don't they like fake it?
So McDaniel being helped off by Blake and Kraus. And it looks like there were some substitutions about to come in, so we're going to see who they are. We got 3 players in for Guilderland and 1 coming in to replace McDaniel. Looks like Lamont is coming in again. As Barnhart, Blackburn, and Rudolph, I believe, are going out. Madeline Wren is among the players in for Guilderland right now. And it looks like we're about to get back to action here as it's thrown back in by Alvarez. Kick near the sideline. It's taken now by Rosie Madden. Madden kicks it forward. Knocked down briefly on the play. Muhik now had that one lost as Guilderland will take it forward once again. Pass missed Boyce, and Perez will have it roll out of play. And she will get the throw in here. Ayers puts it on the ground. It's taken by the Lady Dutch here. Tynan speeding forward here for Guilderland. That pass got broken up, though, by Madden. Now it goes all the way back. Tynan and Madden battling for it near the yellow line. Still kept in. And that time it will be out of play. So Albany with the throw in. Once again, Alvarez. Lamont trying to knock it down. It's taken away from her by Aaron Tynan. Taken now by Stevenson. Stevenson trying to find Boyce. The pass goes too far. And Perez once again throws it in. Knocked down by Kraus. Here's the sideline, once again out of play. Emma Baltzerson now moving it forward. Bogue speeding toward the cage and not able to get there in time as Marsu O'Malley able to pick it up. So the last thing you want to do is make sure Marie Bogue gets open like that, as we've seen earlier in this game with that first goal. Fenwick will kick it all the way back for Ayers. Ayers keeps it on the ground. Over for Ashley Kapuzinski, again, one of the new substitutions in the game. Kicked for Stevenson. Stevenson, nice job getting away from Muhik. On the ground, Boyce. Looking to get by, throws it off toward the net. Chasing in the corner, Tynan. Tries a shot in front. Oh, and it was saved. It was nearly a shot on goal, but it wasn't there enough. So the rush ends with Albany getting control back as Marsu O'Malley has it. Guilderland starting to come alive here a little bit. Some good chances here in the second half of the first quarter. Tynan speeding through again. Tries a center. It's kicked away and out of play.
You said, oh, when I ran out. Yeah, because I didn't know where I was.
Steele once again on the throw-in. Way off toward the net. Bogue is in front. Kicked it on goal. And it goes wide. And Bogue was saying it went off an Albany defender, and that was indeed the case, as it will be the second Lady Dutch corner kick tonight. As Bogue sets up in the corner now with Riley Stevenson. Now Stevenson comes free, gives it. Bogue on goal. And once again, no dice on that one. So another Albany goal kick up coming. 14 minutes and counting now to go. And the kick missed Lamont. It'll be thrown back in by Guilderland. Boyce pressuring. Now it's taken here by Stevenson. Stevenson on the ground for Tynan. Tynan with pressure. Couldn't quite come away with it. Now it's kicked back over for Albany. Tynan battling again. Slipped up on the play. Still trying to knock it forward, and now a whistle. So it came awfully close for Tynan playing that with a hand after she slipped up. But she managed to avoid it. Now Bogue lining up for a kick now. 13:05 to go. On goal, and it's over the net. And it would have been a successful field goal if this was another football, but it will be out of play. And 12:50 to go, another Albany goal kick up coming. So it would have been Bogue's second of the game and 13th of the season, putting together a phenomenal senior season for the Lady Dutch this year. As good moves from Tynan to start things off here. Still being pressured as that one's kicked out of play. They're going to rule Albany throw-in. Head up nicely by Tynan. Knocked down, now Tynan trying to break through. That one kicked right to Albany players. The Falcons look to advance it with Evie Blake. Now Blake loses it to Kapuzinski. Played on the ground over for Parker Steele. And now all the way back, it will be settled by Fenwick. And on the ground with it now, Lucy Vatimo. Vatimo has that pass intercepted, but Stevenson does a nice job to corral it. Back on the ground, Seal. 11:40 and counting to go. Knocked forward. Boyce tripped up a bit on the play, but now it's going to be taken by Perez for Albany. Now a bit of a tangle there. Emma Baltzerson going after it. It's headed back. Boyce trying to knock it down in a battle with Waxman. Now it's Bogue. Bogue faked a shot. Now settles it over for Tynan. Tynan might have a little bit of room, but kicked it wide right. And out of play for another Albany goal kick. As Bogue had that one on the ground for Tynan. It's a little bit of pressure there. Wasn't able to get a clean shot off. But Tynan's been using her speed pretty well in this game so far. And trying to convert some chances here as Bogue looking to step through. Now over to the aforementioned Tynan. Tynan on the ground for Stevenson. Stevenson with a block on that shot, but it's kicked back over for Madeline Wren. On the ground now for Lucy Vadimo. And that goes through everybody, and it will roll out of play as Marcia O'Malley will go over to get it. So another goal kick for Albany upcoming. Locked down by Kraus and out of play, but now it will be thrown back in by Vadimo. On the ground, Bogue battling for it along with Blake. Blake ends up getting it through, but right to Emma Baltzerson. And kicked forward again, still going towards the cage. And Marcia O'Malley out to grab it as Lady Dutch players were pressuring. Up in the air, settled down by Stevenson, but it will roll out of play. Thrown in, headed forward nicely by Stevenson, but knocked down by Muhik. As Stevenson once again wins a battle for it. Albany looking to move here with Waxman. Waxman can't quite corral it. Now it goes over to Tynan. Tynan all the way back over for Fenwick. And now Wren kicks it forward, but shy of Boyce. Eight and a half minutes to go here in the first. 1-0, Guilderland leading Albany if you're just joining us. Bogue nearly had a block on that pass attempt. It's going near the sideline. Vadimo battling for it. It rolls away and out of play. And that'll be a Guilderland goal kick this time. And one knocked down by Blake. And now Stevenson able to break free. Lady Dutch may have numbers going the other way. Stevenson off toward the net. Put it too far and will be picked up by the goalkeeper, Marcia O'Malley. Kicked over as Tynan does a nice job. As Kylie Burke able to knock it forward, now up in the air, knocked down by Stevenson. Bogue. Just toying with some of the defenders out there, but now loses it. Still trying to corral it. And Bogue's still able to keep it in Guilderland possession here. Very nice job. And that goes out of play after some pressure from Rudolph. Thrown back in. On the ground. And it will be kicked back by Burke. Maddie Wren has to go forward in the direction of Stella Caviones. That goes away from her. And now Guilderland able to get to Stevenson. And it's kicked away quickly by Albany, trying to make some magic happen the other way, but it will not come to pass as it will be picked up by Tynan. Up in the air is now a bump from Parker Steele. Still trying to maneuver forward here for Guilderland. Now taken back by Burke. Stevenson battling forward. It'll be kicked forward by Blake. Quickly blocked. Back up in the air. Two players going for it. Blake still battling. Now Bogue with it for Guilderland. Able to get it forward here. Tynan trying to step up. Here's Tynan. Maneuvering by. Shoots it on goal. Saved by Marsu O'Malley. And then very nice job there from Tynan. But just wasn't able to convert right there. As we got some substitutions being made right now as Isabel Alvarez now goes off for Albany. And Tynan's been doing a very good job, like I mentioned, making some plays happen with her speed. She was getting through quite a few defenders there on her way to the cage, but shot was right towards Marsu O'Malley, who was able to make the save after juggling it. That goes back out of play. Guilderland will throw it back in as it's knocked on the ground. Back over for Kylie Burke, now over for Steele. Back to Burke. Played near midfield as some pressure coming in for Blackburn. Now it's knocked up in the air. Caviones looking to break free. That's kicked away by Madden. Still a battle for it as Burke was looking to get some pressure down. Baltzerson has that one go away. Stevenson battling for it as well. Now Burke settles it down. Able to get it over for Steele. Nice move there from Tynan. Tynan still speeding forward, able to keep it alive. Now Tynan with the juke. Gets over for Garces. Now is knocked down the play, and that's going to draw a whistle. It's Tynan back to making plays happen here for the Lady Dutch. As a trip-in penalty called. And a free kick for Guilderland as Stevenson lines up. 3.5 to go. Here is Stevenson with the kick. Off toward the net and headed away quickly as Steele drops all the way back. On goal and whistle blows. And there's another offside. Caviones was in front of the net on that one. Knocked down on the play, taken by Waxman. As Sears tries to settle it down. Kicked back to her, blocked nicely by Rudolph. Out of play, throw in Albany.
Benny, you can't just keep doing this.
Thrown into Kylie Burke as Guilderland still trying to maneuver here. Albany with it. Well, they have a stumble there from Reed as she was trying to go for the ball. Guilderland back with it. Wren kicked forward, stopped up quickly. And Albany with Muhik now trying to kick it forward as it's taken by Blake. And it will roll away from her out of play. Blake will now throw it in. She gives it now. And thrown back in again by Albany. Now broken up, and Stevenson with it here for Guilderland. Trailing near the sideline, now Stevenson kicks it forward. Caviones now breaking free. Barnhart trying to go towards the net, and diving out of the cage. Maria Marsu O'Malley able to make the save. But Barnhart had a burst of speed right there. Trying to go toward the net. Now another whistle. As Wren will set it up. Less than a minute to go here in the first. Kicked forward nicely all the way towards the net. Tynan in front, scores! Aaron Tynan with less than a minute to go in the first. Doubles the lead for the Lady Dutch. And it's 2-0, Guilderland on top. So you had a feeling the way she had been playing throughout this first half that she was due for one. And she was able to get that one through past Marsu O'Malley. And a 2-0 advantage here for Guilderland. Bogan Tynan now with the goals. Now Lady Dutch are going to push through here. 40 seconds to go. Baltzerson kicks it forward. Marsu O'Malley out of the cage will scoop it up. Now Albany trying to kick it forward. Heavy pursuit there from Sears. Less than 10 to go. Still getting forward here, but there's 2 seconds. No shot at really a clean shot there for Albany. And that is it for the first half of tonight's game. A late goal from Aaron Tynan, an earlier goal from Marie Bogue have the Lady Dutch up by a score of 2-0 at the end of the first half. They will look to continue that momentum as we head into the second half of play. Let's take a look at the tying goal here. And once again, Tynan just found herself behind the defense. She's been using her speed a lot tonight to make plays happen. And she was able to get through on that one to make it a 2-0 game. So we have a 10-minute timeout starting now. We will be right back with more game action soon. I'm Sean Kynam. We will be right back here on GHS Media. Stay tuned.
Hi, Cadence. I'm so cold it hurts. My toes are burning. Is Emily there? Damn it. I'm gonna ask if she wanted to go get burgers. Hey, Cadence. Actually, never mind. I was gonna ask Mac, ask you to ask Mac. Send someone to fetch me towards like another game. Okay. You asked for photos. Like, can you hear me through the camera? Cadence, can you hear my camera? It's like echoing. Two minutes and 30 seconds. Gavin's a sophomore? That's crazy. I thought he was a junior. We're old. You wanna go to Burger?
And he filled it out. Walked down, he was just walking around like just new.
Cadence, tell me when Mac gets back. Oh, you're right.
You can tell. That's how I feel right now.
Playing Gretchen is getting to. Yeah, what? my camera isn't moving up and down. Oh, wait, never mind. The lock is on. My bad.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the second half of tonight's game between Guilderland and Albany. Guilderland currently with a 2-0 lead thanks to goals from Marie Bogue and Aaron Tynan. I'm Sean Cunningham. So far tonight, we've been seeing some very impressive play from the Lady Dutch. It started out a little bit slow for both teams, but the Lady Dutch really broke through in the later part of the first half, getting chance after chance on goal against goalkeeper Maria Marsu O'Malley. They're going to look to continue that momentum as we start things off here in the second half of play. Marie Bogue already with a blocked shot right there, or a blocked pass, I should say. But now Albany looking to move forward. That pass got picked off, and now Bogue stepping through along with Riley Stevenson. As Bogue gets the pass over for Boyce. Bogue gets it back. And gives it over now for Stevenson. Stevenson. Long pass over. That one goes away from everyone. As Kirsten Barnhart was in pursuit of it, but that one goes out of play. Albany now at the throw-in. Yeah, Bogue has put together some very, very good games this season. Added to it tonight with the first goal of the game. She recorded a hat trick and an assist in a 5-4 win against Niskayuna on September 24th and added a goal in a tie against Shen recently on September 28th. Also named first team All-Suburban last season. And is committed to the University of Pittsburgh for next year after this season. So she has put together some great seasons here in a Lady Dutch uniform. And as for her right now, she currently with the ball trying to break loose of a couple players as that one goes back out of play. As Parker Steele now with the throw-in. Headed up in the air by Stevenson. And she gets knocked down on the play by Emma Kraus. As that went out of play, now will be a corner kick for Guilderland. So Stevenson and Bogue will go back to the corner. This is the third one of the night for Guilderland. Bogue taps it out. Now Stevenson gives it back over to Bogue. Bogue on goal. And it's in! How about that? A roller on the ground. And the Lady Dutch surround Marie Bogue. It's her second goal of the game. 13th of the season from Stevenson. And the Lady Dutch now lead it 3-0 with 37:28 to go here in the second half. And what a night it's been for Bogue. The big smile on the face of Marie Bogue. Another multi-goal game for her this season. As rushing all the way back there, Ayers keeps it in but puts it out of play. As Albany now threatening a bit. And not able to keep that one in is Amani Waxman. That will go out of play. And Isabel Ayers lining up now for another goal kick. So Albany had another chance to develop after that third goal, just like they did after the first Lady Dutch goal. Once again, not able to convert on it. Up in the air, Bogue currently with it. The time is currently stuck, by the way. But we are still playing on right now. Stevenson has that one go out of play. So I wonder if they're going to get that sorted out, but for now, they are still keeping time. On the ground, now taken by Fenwick. Kicks it back over to the goalkeeper, Ayers. And Fenwick has it on the ground. Blake has that one moved away as Stevenson puts it over. Rudolph. And Albany's still trying to maneuver forward here as Blake tries to get a step. Almost knocks Fenwick over trying to get to that ball. Is now Alvarez trying to kick it forward. Albany's still pressuring here. That one headed up by Stevenson. Stevenson able to get it forward here as Bogue with some speed gets by a couple. Off toward the net. Hamilton in heavy pursuit. Trying to get one on goal. Hamilton shoved off it by Tripany. And in the corner, it's kicked out by Waxman. And that will be a throw-in for Guilderland. Hamilton with the throw-in, bounces it on the ground over to Stevenson. Now back for Hamilton, who was, or I should say Stevenson was knocked down by Tripany. And that goes out of play. And the Lady Dutch will now set up for a corner kick as Stevenson and Bogue go back for Guilderland's fourth corner kick of the game. They were successful on the last one, which resulted in Bogue's second of the game. Stevenson kicks it up, knocked down the play. There's still a lot of bodies down there, but now it gets kicked away briefly. Stevenson going for it. She gets knocked down the play by Waxman. Quickly gets back up as near midfield there was the goalkeeper Ayers. But she's able to kick it forward and on the foot of Barnhart. Barnhart able to elude a couple defenders. Still holding on. Now kicks it all the way back to Rudolph. Rudolph on the ground. Boyce tries to knock it down. Now over for Tagliano. And taken by Kirsten Barnhart, looking to apply some pressure. But it's kicked away from her by Madden. Ball goes out of play. Near the sideline on midfield. Now Bree Perez with the throw-in. And she'll toss it over to Garces. Now Perez will throw it in. So the clock has now started back up again. Perez with the throw-in. And it's kicked up by Rudolph. And knocked down nicely by Boyce. Boyce got tripped up. And that one goes back out of play. It'll be thrown back in by Rudolph. Rudolph kicked down by Perez. Now Bogue puts it on the ground, taken by Stevenson. Stevenson has to back up a little bit, but now tries to go forward again. Rudolph on the ground. Boyce pressured a little bit by Madden, but Boyce still going forward here. Blocked a little bit by Alvarez, now taken by Hamilton. Back over to Battaglino. Still taken by Stevenson. Rushing forward, and a hit there from Stevenson, knocking down Blake. And it went off Blake and out of play, so will be thrown back in by Rudolph again. Stevenson over to Battaglino. was headed away there by Baltzerson. Now Albany tries to maneuver forward. That one headed away by Stevenson. Now Bogue able to kick it forward. Boyce rushing through. Boyce with a shot and a save made by Marsu O'Malley. A diving stop there to prevent it from being a 4-0 game. It was a good shot by Boyce. But Marsu O'Malley able to get it away. But now that will set up another corner kick for Guilderland. But a great effort there by the Albany goalkeeper. And once again, it will be Stevenson with the corner kick. Bogue now trailing toward the net. Now they'll rush over to defend as Stevenson has that one in the air. Headed towards the net, and it's in! The Lady Dutch now take a 4-0 lead. It looks like it was Hamilton who got it. So we'll have the celebration, pats on the back from Maddie Fenwick as Madison Hamilton makes it 4-0 Lady Dutch. 34-31 to go here in the second. So we get started back up to play here. Hamilton, a star in 3 different sports for the Lady Dutch. She also plays lacrosse and basketball. She's going to be attending UMBC starting next year, and will be playing lacrosse there. And for tonight, she adds her name to the score sheet and making it a 4-0 game for Guilderland. Stevenson heading it up. Stevenson with 2 assists now tonight thanks to the corner kicks. 1 assist on the goal from Bogue, the other from Maddie Hamilton. As Rudolph has that one on the ground, she'll just kick it away. And Bree Perez now at the throw in. Blake looking to maneuver. Pass got intercepted, still pushed off toward the net, but wide. And off to the side will be kicked over once again by the goalkeeper Ayers. So the goals so far in this game, in the first, Bogue and then Tynan had her goal with less than a minute left, and then in the second half so far, Bogue with her second, followed by a goal from Hamilton on the corner kick. So 2 goals from corner kicks so far in the second half for Guilderland. On the ground, pass over for Kraus, and that goes out of play. And I'll set up another goal kick here as Albany with some pressure on the Lady Dutch defense. A couple attempts on the cage, nothing clean though. 32-10 to go. Bogue knocks that one down. Taken by Rudolph, and now back up in the air. Headed upwards, now knocked down by Zilberman Reed, who gets knocked down in the play by, I believe that was Rudolph. And was, so will be a free kick after the collision. So it will be Rosie Madden lining it up. Bogue, a nice kick away as Boyce looking to maneuver it forward here, as now Bogue trying to get it free for Guilderland, and now it's taken. Boyce stops it up, and now tries to get it forward once again here for Kirsten Barnhart. Tried to make a move, but now it goes out of play as some trailing there from Bree Perez. Doing a pretty good job defending there. Kicked in. Bogue able to get it forward for Barnhart. Barnhart on the ground. Pushed all the way back to Michaela Mazzaglino. Now it's taken by Boyce, and the whistle blows. I believe that was an offside. As Albany will now get it back. Marcia O'Malley kicks it up. It's headed away by Bogue. Whistle blows now. It looks like there was a handball infraction against the Falcons, so the Lady Dutch will now get the ball back. And it'll be Isabel Blackburn lining up for the kick. Blackburn kicks it forward off the head of Barnhart. Hamilton trying to knock it down here as Muhik now kicks it forward. And another collision there near the center line marker, and player for Albany is down here as Rudolph with a big collision there. And another Falcons player is down. We're gonna have to see what's going on down there, and it looks like it's Zoe Zilberman-Reed, number 18. It's knocked down the play by Rudolph. So Albany's already had Grace McDaniel go down with an injury on a collision that was very similar to that one. Just now as Rudolph made a bit of a knee-on-knee hit. It's Marcia O'Malley trying to calm her down here. A trainer comes out as well. As Zilberman-Reed now back up, and she'll walk off. So a couple substitutions will now come in for Albany. Elsa Lamont comes in along with Leah Sears. The ball went out of play on the resulting collision, so Bree Perez will throw it in now for the Falcons. So time set right at the 23-minute mark here in the second quarter after the injury to Zoe Zilberman-Reed. And the whistle blows. Perez will now throw it in. And we are back underway as it very quickly goes back out of play again. Perez will now throw it in. Tried to get it to Leah Sears, but now it's going to be picked up by Lamont. That one kicked away from her by Hamilton. Back on the ground to Waxman, but picked off by Stevenson. Stevenson kicks it back. It'll be taken by Ayers. Ayers near the sidelines. Hamilton nearly goes crashing over there. It'll be thrown back in. Albany still in a bit of a battle for it as Guilderland and Parker Steele looking to battle for it. And that one kicked all the way near the sideline. Sarah Trippeney now with the throw in. And that goes back out of play again. Hamilton will flip it over for Parker Steele, who will now throw it in. Steele, good throw. Goes over the head. Hamilton tried to settle it down. Had that pass go off of Bogue. Headed down nicely there by Fenwick. And Fenwick able to get it for Bogue as Bogue trying to break free now. Here's Bogue. Steps up. That one was deflected away. And now it's kicked to the other side where Isabel Blackburn awaits. And Blackburn will now kick it back over to Ayers. Ayers on the ground. As Stevenson will kick it out of play. Albany gets the throw in. Time down to almost 21 minutes now in the second half. Guilderland with a 4-0 lead. Fenwick and Sears battling for it. That goes out of play. And Albany gets a throw in now deep in Guilderland territory. Elsa Lamont looks, throws it in, goes off the foot of Alvarez. And over for Blake. Blake trying to get it over, blocked aside. Off toward the net, it'll be fielded there by Isabella Ayers. And that averts that threat from Albany. And that's kicked up over the head as Bogue heads it forward. That's stopped up by Madden. And over for Trippeney near the sideline. And she can't quite corral it. Goes over to Hamilton. Hamilton throws it in. Boyce off toward the net. And it will be scooped up as Barnhart looking to trail toward the net. But Marcia O'Malley was there in time to kick it away as that one goes off a Guilderland player and out of play. So it'll be thrown in once again by Perez. Up in the air as Bogue. A bit of a collision there with Kraus. But Lady Dutch will keep in possession here. Fenwick lets it go all the way to Ayers, who will now kicks it. Knocked forward nicely there by Bogue. Boyce looking to break free. And Madden puts a stop to that, but now Boyce with the steal. Boyce trying to step through. Madden able to get it away, but now Bogue on it here for Guilderland. She'll kick it all the way back. Taken now by Blackburn. Blackburn rolls it on the ground. Kicked away by Barnhart. Now taken by Rudolph. Now Boyce able to break free. Looking for number 5, and it goes just wide. So that'll set up a goal kick there for Guilderland as Boyce has had a couple of good chances so far tonight. Puts that one just wide of the cage. And that'll set up a goal kick for the Falcons. Here's a bit of a timeout. Now Marcia O'Malley waiting. Kicks it up, but it goes over the head of everyone and out of play. Rudolph now throws it in. Knocks it over to Tynan. Tynan along with Kapuzinski fighting for it. Now it's backed all the way up. And kicked away from Sears. Blackburn able to kick it back. And Fenwick. And a long pass. She finds Marie Bogue. Bogue trying to put the moves on here. Bogue adds a pass, get intercepted by Madden. Guilderland still trying to contain it here. Kicked forward as Tynan was held up a bit there, and now the whistle blows. And I believe that's what their call is going to be. As Tynan had her hands up after the fact, thinking, wait a minute. And a free kick for Guilderland here is Bogue. Already with 2 goals on the night. Kicks it toward the net, and she's denied of the hat trick by Marsu O'Malley. And a nice throw forward, able to get it over for Blake. Blake speeding across the sideline. Defense presses on, and the pass is kicked away by Fenwick. But now all the way back, Albany with another kick forward. That's blocked aside. Bogue putting the moves on again. Will kick it over to the sideline. Lucy Vadimo there to pick it up. Vadimo with pressure from Tripany, still trying to move it across the sideline, but Boyce not able to keep it in time, and it's out of play, and it'll be thrown in by Tripany. Tripany throws it in for Lamont. Lamont in a battle for it along with Kylie Burke. And Burke gets it on the ground. Stevenson looking to maneuver. Now finds it over for Tynan. Tynan making the moves. Kicks it all the way back now for Rudolph. And she's in a bit of a battle there with Lamont. Now it's picked up by Sears. And Stevenson still trying to push through, but now it's kicked away from her by Waxman. And that gets away from everyone, and running after it now is Fenwick. She'll drop it off for the goalkeeper, Ayers. Ayers on the ground for Blackburn. And Blackburn over now for Rudolph. Rudolph on the ground, taken by Tynan. On the ground once again to Boyce. Boyce has speed as well, now finds Bogue. Bogue off toward the net, that deflects off of Waxman. Now Bogue still trying to fight free. It's kicked back, and now it's picked up by Stevenson. Defended nicely there by Kraus. And Kraus able to get that one away, but it goes quickly back to the Lady Dutch. And Burke near the sideline again. Burke still battling over there. And still in play. And now Burke with a big hit. And that results in a whistle. I believe there was going to be a free kick, and there is. Lucia Correas standing on the sideline. She's going to be subbed in a little bit. As Madden with the free kick for Albany. She drills it, but it's quickly stopped by Vadimo. And it goes right back to Madden. Madden kicks it forward, but broken up by Stevenson. Stevenson on the ground. Bogue able to keep it in. Still trying to make some moves here. That one knocked away from her by Kraus. And Kraus has that one go off Sears. Now Sears settles it. Trying to kick it forward now, but it's right over to Vadimo. That goes out of play now. Vadimo with the throw-in over for Stevenson. Stevenson motions over, now finds the pass midfield to Boyce. Boyce with Burke trailing. Off toward the net. Boyce with a shot. That will be scooped up easily by Marsu O'Malley.
Ball.
13:10 to go. Kraus battling along with Kapuzinski. Now that's near the sideline. Bogue able to get it away on the takeaway. Fires it forward. Whiffed on a little bit, but now picked up by Madden. Madden kicks it forward. That gets blocked by Bogue. Still trying to force it forward as Boyce had to get out of the way of that pass attempt. Bogue able to get on the ground to Burke. And now back to Bogue again. Slipped up almost. Ladutch still trying to keep this play alive here. Stevenson trails off to the sideline. Trying to keep things alive here. Gets by Tripany. Gets by another. trying to put it on goal. All the way back. Stevenson with a blocked shot. Bogue trying to head it forward now. Still trying to keep things alive. Boyce on the ground. That one goes away. Stevenson still battling. Forced to kick it back. Now Rudolph off toward the net. And it will just roll out of play. So a very big set of events right there for the Lady Dutch trying to get a shot on goal. It came all the way back from Rudolph, and it was wide of the cage. But they were applying some good pressure in front of the Albany goal. Up in the air and unable to keep it in is Rudolph, so Albany will take the throw in. Headed up, back out of play. Knocked down by Boyce. That one knocked away on the pass, and now it's kicked forward by Blackburn. Over now for Tynan, who has the moves and the speed, now trying to get by, but it's kicked away from her. All the way back now to Blackburn. And taken by Stevenson. Rudolph near the side, taken by Tynan that time. And now Burke able to kick it back. Rudolph now has it up. On the ground, Bogue trying to intercept. Kapuzinski on the ground now for Bogue. Bogue's still looking for a hat trick tonight. As Kapuzinski in a battle with the other number 8, Tripany. And now Madden joins the fray, kicks it away. Off toward the net. Tynan now charging toward the net. Shoots it on goal, and it's just wide. Tynan looking for her second of the game there, but she pushed it wide to the left of the cage. And that'll set up another goal kick for Marsu O'Malley. And Tynan been very vital to the offense in this game and overall for the season. It's been a very good offensive presence. That one headed up nicely by Stevenson. Now it's all the way back. And now Bogue gets it over for Stevenson. Stevenson making moves, able to get it over now for Burke. Burke off toward the net. Takes a shot, and that one wide as well. So a couple more good chances now for the Lady Dutch as Burke looking to put her name on the score sheet with that goal. And we have some substitutions coming in. As Stevenson and Tynan go off. Up in the air, headed down by Kapuzinski. Running after it is Barnhart. In the corner, gets it over now for Rudolph. Rudolph toward the net. And scooped up by Marsu O'Malley. That one kicked right to Marie Bogue. And on the ground now, Waxman. And there's a trip on the play from Bogue, and now that one will set up a free kick. And this time it's Blake setting up for the Falcons. Blake has that one go up in the air. That one knocked away from Correa. Still on the ground. The Dutch looking to fight back here. As Vadimo still trying to take that one away. That one is now kicked out of bounds. Blake with a shot toward the net. That one is easily scooped up by Ayers. 7 minutes to go now. Ayers with the kick. Knocked down quickly on the play. Over to the sideline, kept in by Rudolph. And it just barely went out of play as the pass was going over to Barnhart. Laura Lefebvre hasn't seen a lot of game action tonight, is now in, and will throw it in. Throw in from Lefebvre. Boyce near the sideline, looking to keep it in. Boyce now doing side steps. Is it over for Kapuzinski? Kapuzinski on the ground to Hamilton. Back over now for Vadimo. Vadimo with pressure there from Janessa Garces. That one goes out of play. Foul near the sideline again, picked up by Fenwick. Bogue battling for it now with Blake, and that one goes out of play as now Blake with a bit of a shove in the direction of Bogue. And they're going to say the throw-in is for the Falcons. Hamilton with the kick over. And let it go to Barnhart. Barnhart trying to speed through, but it's picked off immediately. And it's taken briefly by the Falcons. Now they try to get it forward. And it'll be kicked out of play by Fenwick with less than 5 to go. Lefebvre with the throw-in. On the ground, Burke, a very high kick. That one knocked down by Alvarez. And knocked forward. That's Correa speeding after it for the Falcons, but it's quickly scooped up. Now Blake trying to sprint forward here for the Falcons. Blake blocked a shot. Nice job there by Fenwick. Off toward the net, blocked away. And Burke able to kick it near the sideline. That goes out of play. Waxman throws it in. And Guilderland will let that one roll out of play, and that'll set up a goal kick for the goalkeeper, Ayers. Smart thing to do after some pressure there from the Falcons. There's the kick. Headed up nicely by Stevenson, now back in the game. And Stevenson will kick it all the way back. Ayers with the kick in the direction of Bogue. That one kicked away from her. And Kapuzinski puts it on the ground. Knocked forward, and that will roll out of play as that was a kick from Rudolph. And it'll be thrown back in by Laura Lefebvre. Kicked back over by Rudolph. Alvarez there to kick it away. Now Hamilton near the center logo. Battling forward along with Blake. Blake able to kick it forward for Albany. Near the sideline. And Fenwick will kick it out of play. 2:15 to go. Waxman kicks it back for the Falcons. Pass got intercepted by Stevenson. Less than 2 to go. Stevenson trailing along with Bogue. Bogue trying to go for it along with Waxman, and that one goes out of play near the Albany players. Hamilton will throw it in. And now she'll leave it. Now it's thrown in the direction of Bogue. She got knocked down the play. Vadimo battling for it. Minute and a half to go. Lady Dutch came in this game with a 4-game winless streak. They are going to get back in the win column with tonight's game. A great way to do it as well here on senior night in Guilderland. With 3 of the goals coming from their seniors, 2 from Bogue and the other from Hamilton. And the other goal being scored by Aaron Tynan, the sophomore. That one off toward the net and scooped up by Marsu O'Malley. Less than a minute now to go. Headed up nicely there by Bogue. And still a bit of a battle for it as Hamilton and Garces going for it as Vadimo will now throw it in after getting it from Hamilton. 33 seconds to go. Bogue off toward the net. That one is knocked away by Alvarez. Bogue, less than 30 to go, has 2 goals on the night. Centers it in front, and it hit the crossbar as it was trailing there for Barnhart. Very close to scoring a 5-0 goal. But with less than 10 seconds to go, it is not going to matter that much as it's kicked forward by Marsu O'Malley. And the time has expired here in this one for the Guilderland Lady Dutch. They get back in the win column with a 4-0 victory over the Albany Lady Falcons tonight on senior night in Guilderland. They improved to 6-2-4 on the season. Albany falls to 1-7-1. Goals once again scored, 2 from Marie Bogue, 2 assists from Riley Stevenson, a goal from Aaron Tynan, and a goal from Maddie Hamilton. As Bogue and Stevenson, 2 of the biggest offensive players for the Lady Dutch tonight, embrace and walk off as Guilderland takes this one by a score of 4-0 tonight, and that is going to be it for our GHS Media broadcast tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. We still got plenty of action for you coming up this week. 3 more games through Friday. I'm Sean Cunningham. We will see you back here again on the next media broadcast. Take care and have a great night, everybody.